Hi, Life Group Leaders. Pastor Craig here with a weekly update for you. And I know you get a lot of videos from Craig, especially this week with the Bannockburn weekly news. And then we're starting the prayer series, so there's that. So just thank you. If you're watching this video and this is like the third video you watched of Craig this week, and you're not my mom, well then I'm sorry. But also thank you. Thank you for watching. I got a couple announcements for you. Obviously, we want to talk about the family meeting that's happening Sunday afternoon here at South Austin. Please make every effort, if you can, to come, to be informed, to hear, to listen, and then most importantly, to pray. To gather together to pray, to ask that the Lord would lead and be leading his church in the days ahead. We're going to be talking a little bit about a revised budget, which I'm told is really encouraging, and then also going to be finalizing the list of names by way of vote for those members who are going to be actively involved in the senior pastor search team. So that's happening again this Sunday. That's our family meeting, but then also really importantly, this Sunday we're starting a brand new series, and the new series is called Lord, Teach Us to Pray. Lord, Teach Us to Pray, and the aim behind this series is for us as a church and for you and your leaders and your members to be ratcheting up prayer in our lives. I like to say that prayer is one of the easiest things to do, but it's also one of the hardest things to do. Think about it. Prayer can happen anytime and anywhere, in any shape, and you know, in the car, in the moments in your house, even at work, at your desk. Prayer can happen anytime. So why doesn't it happen at any time? Well, we're going to talk a little bit about that this weekend and the opposition that we face in prayer, and really what the Lord wants from us, going to Matthew chapter 6. And just before the Lord's Prayer, Jesus talks and warns his disciples that what the Lord really wants from us in prayer is actually really authentically us. Not to be fakers, in other words, not to put on the masks of pretending, of showboating in prayer, of wordiness in prayer, when it can just be as simple as, Lord, please help. So that's what we're talking about this weekend, but for the next few weeks, we're going to be dialing into specifically what Jesus has to say about prayer. And I'm just personally really excited and seeing the need for prayer to be growing in our church, and need for hunger and increased dependency upon the Lord. And then we hope an increased fruitfulness as God would move for the sake of his great name in the changing of lives here in our church. And may it begin with me. May it begin with you. So that's those two announcements. And then also, just to put on your calendar, we've got a prayer meeting that's coming up on the 3rd. So please make sure you mark your calendar for that. We're going to be back in Buda. So we're doing the circuit again, traveling around. So if you can make it there for that, and really be able to put into practice some of the things that we're talking about as we walk into this series. Now, one other thing to say about the prayer series is that we have a bunch of resources like we always do, but we're going to be directing our church to a specific resource which allows our people to be praying as we're walking through this series. So it's a document. If you want to get printed off, you can. It's also a document you can have on your phone and hold on your phone. It's also something you can track with us through social media, specifically Instagram, in the days ahead, and begin to be praying for these specific requests church-wide as we focus in on some really, really important things. So that's a brief update for you, a little bit more than you might get in the Bannockburn Weekly, but wanted to thank you for watching, thank you for listening, thank you for serving your people, and thank you for watching all the way to the end, if you did do that. All right, God bless. Have a great week.